Hello friends, a very warm welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about a company called Waaree Energies. This is a flagship company of the Waaree Group, which is the largest module manufacturer in India. And this renewable energy theme is a decadal theme in India. And this company would be one of the best picks to play this theme as an investor. So before we begin, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates of all the new videos that I upload. Here is a small disclaimer. This is not a stock recommendation video. It's a case study which we are discussing for educational purposes. This particular stock is selected by the audience in the Telegram poll. I have not selected it. I am a SEBI Registered Research Analyst. I or my clients may have positions in this company and my view might change on this stock based on the quarterly results or any major event which happens in the future. This is a crisp video, not a full-fledged analysis. This will be the flow of our discussion. We'll talk about the business model in brief. We'll look at the charts. We'll look at the financial parameters in the last 3-4 years. We'll discuss why the stock has fallen from the highs post listing. We'll discuss the outlook of the management going forward. We'll talk about the valuations, the risks of investing in this company, and then form an overall view. Before we jump into the business model of Waaree, let's talk about the renewable energy capacities in India. Right now in 2024, it is about 200 gigawatts of capacity. Out of this, 100 is from solar and roughly 100 is from non-solar. This is expected to reach about 500 gigawatts by 2030. This is only a target given by the government. Now we'll have to see how fast we move towards that target. But going forward, the solar is expected to take a larger chunk out of this 500. So the solar is aimed to become 300 out of the 500 and another 200 will be the other renewable sources. In terms of the storage capacity, right now it is about 36 gigawatts. This is expected to reach about 177 gigawatts by 2030. Now, why are we talking about storage capacity? Is because Waaree is also diversifying into battery energy storage systems. So in terms of business, Waaree Energies is the largest module manufacturing company in India in terms of capacity. They have capacity of about 15 gigawatts and they are also backward integrating into a solar cell manufacturing. The trial runs have already begun and they are building a capacity of 5.4 gigawatts of solar cell manufacturing. Post this, they are also building an integrated manufacturing facility of wafers, ingots, cells and modules of about 6 gigawatts. So this will further expand the business in terms of capacity as well as all the backward integration will happen in this company itself. So dependency on countries like China will drastically go down post this. Operations come into effect from FY27. In terms of the scale, it is 3 times larger than the next competitor in India. So that is the size of business we are talking about. As you know, solar is a multi-decade story. There will be ups and downs, additions of capacity which are lesser than in certain years, but overall for the next decade or so, renewable energy is a long-term story in India. Keep a quality check. This company also have 2 NABL labs in-house. When we talk about the products or the entire ecosystem, the company is manufacturing modules which are TOPCon, bifacial modules and others. They are also venturing into solar inverters. They do EPC business to another group company which is Waaree Renewable Technologies. They are also entering into electrolyzer manufacturing and green hydrogen. They are also building battery energy storage systems within this company. And they have also entered into the IPP projects by acquisition of a new company recently. So they are into the entire solar value chain or ecosystem. These are some investments which the company is doing in the newer areas other than the solar module manufacturing. In renewable power infrastructure, they are spending about 650 crores. In battery energy storage system, they are spending about 2000 crores. In hydrogen electrolyzer manufacturing, they are spending about 550 crores. And inverters, solar inverters manufacturing, they are spending about 130 crores. In terms of distribution chain, they are widely located in India. They have more than 400 franchisees and they have presence in all 28 states. Now the IPO came at somewhere around 1503 rupees and post listing it gave a good rally and nearly doubled or in fact more than doubled from the IPO price. And now it has cooled off and it is trading at the range of 2100 post this market correction. And we see a good healthy consolidation in this range, and if this continues, then post recovery of the markets, the stock can start its journey upward. In terms of revenue, the company has done very well post COVID. They did about 1953 crores of revenue in FY21, which has jumped to almost 13,000 crores in the trailing 12 months. EBITDA has also shown a similar growth. They did just about 100 odd crores in FY21-22, which has risen to almost 2,200 crores. So the EBITDA has grown faster than the revenue because there we see margin expansion. Now that earlier during COVID or post-COVID, they were doing about 4% EBITDA margin. So by this, you can also understand that this margins of this business can be highly volatile. And now, as the demand has increased and the competition has stabilized, the margins have expanded to almost 16%. And in fact, in the recent quarters, they are doing as high as 20% EBITDA. The ROC is somewhere around 18% right now, but post these capex plans which get completed, the ROC will further rise. And the company is generating good amount of positive free cash flows. Now, if everything is so good, what led to the correction in the stock price? Overall market sentiment has been weak, which has created pressure on all the listed stocks. Valuations at one point of time became rich, so now valuations have cooled off. Globally, the solar sector has been a little uncertain because it's a global company. They have 50% of the order book from outside India. So they have countries like China, US impacting their business. So that uncertainty of the change in the government in US will also impact the sentiment of this company. And in terms of sector, the sector got slightly derated because this was one of the hero sectors in the last rally. Before we move forward, if you're not a part of our Telegram channel, do join today by clicking the link in the description so that you join the correct Telegram channel. We can be in touch every day. I share my market views every day morning. I also share my portfolio allocation strategies which will help you improve your returns. Now, what is the growth outlook of the management going forward? About 6 gigawatts of integrated expansion right from wafers, cells to modules is coming up by 2027. They've also participated in been awarded PLI scheme for electrolyzer manufacturing of about 300 megawatts. They've entered into a share purchase agreement to acquire a company which is into IPP Solar, which is ENEL Green Power. The solar cell manufacturing has also started trial runs, and this will further add another new capacity of 1.4 gigawatts later. In US, as the US government is saying, make in US, this company has taken an initiative to set up a manufacturing facility in US itself, which is not easy for other companies to do. And the commercial production in that facility is already started, and that's of capacity 1.6 gigawatts. In hydrogen production also they've got a PLI, and right now they have a massive order book of about 26.5 gigawatts, which is worth more than 50,000 crores in INR. There's clear visibility of growth in the coming year. This is a broad capacity and expansion which is going on. The present capacity in modules is about 15 gigawatts, and they are adding 6 gigawatts more, so it will become 21 gigawatts. In cell they have about 5.4 gigawatts. They will add 6 gigawatts more, which will become 11.4 gigawatts. And the other backward integrated materials, wafers and ingots, they will add new 6 gigawatts post this capex completion from FY27. About 50% or 46% to be precise is the order book from India, and about 54% from outside India. Now, talking about the valuations, at one point of time the stock became very expensive in terms of valuations post the listing rally. But right now the valuations have cooled off. Trailing 12 months, it's trading around 35 times. But if you exclude the other income, it's trading at somewhere around 43 times. Market cap to sales is about 4 to 5 times. So I wouldn't say the valuations are very expensive, but they are not mouth-watering also, because the sector involves a lot of uncertainties, lot of decision making by the Indian government and the foreign governments can impact this business drastically. And the margins of this are also highly volatile. So this sector will not get very high earnings multiple. What are the risks of investing in this business? The government policies in India, the ALMM and other PLI policies, all this support which the government is entering, the government spend and targets of 500 gigawatts, all these things, if at all they change, that could drastically impact the business of this company. The decisions made by Mr. Trump in the US can impact the business of this company, as their major chunk of revenue is from US. The competition from China can also impact the business of this company. The supply of raw material from China can impact the business of this company. If the new technology comes, the present cells and modules get outdated, that could impact the business of this company. There is increasing competition from small and bigger players in this sector, so that will impact the prices of the raw materials and the finished goods. And if at all new forms of energy pick up and the solar gets outdated, that could be also a risk. So now that you've understood the business model of the company, the growth prospects, the valuations, the financial numbers, the risks, what is our overall view on the stock? If you're already a shareholder of this company, the stock has already corrected, now consolidating, and there is clear visibility of growth. So you can continue holding the stock, but keep a close watch on the risks which we have discussed in the video. If you're looking at a fresh entry in this stock, you should definitely accumulate in a staggered manner. The valuations are getting normalized and gradually they will become cheap in terms of the multiples. But to invest in this sector, especially in this company which is a module or a cell manufacturer, you have to keep a watch on several variables, several policy changes, and only if you can keep a track of those things, you should invest in such companies. So investment in such companies are suitable for aggressive investors, and the accumulation should be done gradually in a longer period of time. So that's about Waaree Energies. Hope you like the crisp analysis. I've tried to cover all the important points in this crisp video. If you like it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want me to make videos on your favorite stocks, do mention the names in the comment section. Do join our Telegram channel. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.